Hey, what's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's me, Mocha Brown, back again with a riddle me this, riddle me that. In this particular instance, riddle me this, riddle me that. Personal development is what? Where it's at. With who? Me, Mocha Brown. That's actual and factual. With that being said, some people will do things just to hear you talk. Just to hear you talk. They don't have nothing else better to do in their life except to cause trauma, drama, and strife and get you to talk. Because in actuality, they like you. They act like they don't like you, but in actuality, they like you. Because you got something to say that's worth saying and worth hearing. And with that being said, personal development. Going to be hosting some courses on Zoom to get your mind right. If your mind ain't right, your finances ain't right. And with that being said, I'm Mocha Brown. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Personal development is what? Is where it's at. With me, Mocha Brown. Stay tuned for more on personal developmental courses with me hosting on Zoom coming soon. Now, other things and other matters. Riddle me this, riddle me that. YouTube sometimes is what? Pretty whack. That's actual and factual. But nonetheless, we still need them, so we use them. They're whack, we need them, so we still use them. It's a strange world that we live in. That's a fact. Now, with all of that being said, I'm Mocha Brown. And I'm not here to play or mess with your head like some big boys and girls do. They still have that childlike way of wanting to play, like picking up the phone and dialing a number and pretending to be someone they're not. Crank calls. So you got these little dramatized tyrants from when they're small who grew up to be big boy girl tyrants still doing the same. It's against the law. And that's a fact. So, with all of that being said, I'm still Mocha Brown. I'm not here to mess with your head. But there are those out there trying to test the waters of me. They want to test the temperature to see if I'd break, if I'd crack. Let me tell you something, black don't crack. That's actual and factual. People will do things to get you to talk. But here's the thing, in my situation, I was already planning to talk because I got to talk about personal development because it's part of my business. It's part of what I do for you. As a service to you, it's what I do. So I don't got no choice but to talk about it. That's actual and factual. Now, riddle me this, riddle me that. The devil is always doing what? Busy, and that's a fact. But here's the good news. Jesus says, never mind that. The devil ain't where it's at. It's always talking yiggity, 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 yak. Don't pay attention to it, pay attention to me. That's the good Lord, you see. So riddle me this, riddle me that. I don't got time for head games, and that's a fact. So whatever YouTube is trying to do to me, that's whack. I ain't even frustrated over that. I'm still posting, and that's a fact. That's actual, and that's factual. With that being said, I'm Mocha Brown. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I just completed a book of riddles. Riddle me this, riddle me that. The next step is to have it published, and then it'll be available for you should you like a book of riddles to motivate you in a positive notation. That's actual and that's factual. Stay tuned for more on that. Hand clap on that. Well, all right now. Now, some folk will say, I don't like the way she talks. Hey, what can I say? Can't please everybody. You don't like the way I talk. You don't like the way I this. You don't like the way I that. It's because of jealousy, and that's a fact. Which I really don't care whether you like me or not. And that's a fact. It's kind of like little Kim. She lost a lot of followers on Instagram. But did it worry her? No, it didn't. And just like me, it doesn't worry me that you don't like me. With 8 billion plus people in the world, I got nothing to worry about. And that's none your business. And that's a fact. So now Google said, not Google, but YouTube says, I've reached my limit of uploads. Now here's the thing. I haven't uploaded a single thing. Now, am I supposed to get mad and upset and scurry around and stomp around and blah, 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 like a robot? Hell to the no. And that's a fact. Because eventually they'll be like, well, we got to let her upload, and that's a fact. Because guess what? It's a free site. You don't pay to use this. They offer it as a service, to which there are no limits on what you can upload. And that's a fact. But I'm not going to scurry around and stomp on my feet and like a robot. And that's a fact. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'll just come on here live like I plan to do anyways and keep posting. And that's a fact. Anyways, personal development starts with the mind. You want to increase your riches? You want to better your health, increase your riches? You got to get your mind right. Because if your mind ain't right, your finances ain't right. Now, riddle me this, riddle me that. You can be rich and still be what? Broken spirit. And for those who are wealthy and rich and broken spirit, and others too alike, I'm Mocha Brown. I have personal development courses coming soon on Zoom to help you get your spirit right. 202-597-7580. That's 202-597-7580. Give me a text and we can talk about getting your mind right. Because you can have all the riches in the world, once again, and be the poorest of minded, spirited people. And that's a fact. Scurrying around looking for this and looking for that. Who's going to lift me up? Tony Robbins, he could, and that's a fact. But then there's me, Mocha Brown, that you just might find is something that you want more than Tony. That's actual and factual. So with that being said, jot this number down, 202-597-7580. Text me a message and we can talk about personal developmental courses with me on Zoom coming soon. And that's a fact. Stay tuned for more on that. Serving household names and others. For we all are household names, and that's a fact. So if you think that you're not a household name, this is not for you. But if you believe that you're a household name too, well, then this is for you. Personal development courses with me, Ambassador Angie Wrights, aka Mocha Brown, and that's a fact. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more with personal development with me, Mocha Brown. Stay safe and bye for now.